Before I ever knew about Firewall, I was honestly very bad at school. I didn't get very good grades, and honestly, not many people liked me at school. Didn't have many friends.
Él era tremendo, terrible, se caía a golpes con todo el mundo, tenía un carácter.
It was actually very hard for me also because I'm not really from the United States. I was born in Venezuela and raised there for 8 years. I got into a lot of fights. I got into a lot of trouble.
Yo creo que el problema entonces fue precisamente el cambio, el rechazo de otros muchachos. Él se enfrentó a bullying, mucho bullying, y llegó un punto más bien en el que él se convirtió en el bully.
My administrator, she knew of a place called Firewall. She informed my parents, and honestly, they helped me. I do my homework. When I first started, my grades were F, D's, and C's. They were very bad, and right now my grades are A's and B's. Most of my classes are honors, except for, well, math, but I could take that up to honors.
Cada año ha sido mejor. Este es donde se nota más la diferencia, porque el grado de madurez, la diferencia con respecto al año pasado es demasiado grande.
Firewall helped me very much throughout, not just with my homework, but with my social life as well. Made so many more friends. I now know what it feels like to be in a group, and I know what it feels like to be supported.
Lo que sembramos hace casi 4 años está dando unos buenos frutos, porque la enseñanza que me ha dado Firewall, no solo ha sido para él, sino para nosotros también.
Honestly, back then I thought they hated me because I was such a bad kid, and now I'm very proud of myself because I'm doing so well. I'm actually surprised that I'm getting A's and B's, and I'm surprised at myself how I'm doing because I'm actually turning in my work. And honestly, it has affected all of my life, everything around me.
I was born and raised in Uruguay, and in 2000, my father lost his job. That's when he got a call from his cousin saying, why don't you come to the US and you can have a better opportunity for yourself in finding a job and a better opportunity for your children in education, since the education system over there is really not that great. I mean, coming from a small little country to a huge one, it was, a culture shock that I didn't speak the language. I didn't know anybody here. My teacher didn't speak Spanish and I didn't speak English, so it was very hard for me to understand and to get used to the new education system here.
Well, I remember when Maria came to Firewall. She's a bright girl, really eager to learn. But one of the things I remember about Maria is that she was a high achiever. She liked to make good grades from day one. And one thing that we saw in her was the ability to be able to help other students. And she put passion into it because she knew how hard it was to get to where she was at. So pretty soon, when she became a junior, we offered her the opportunity to volunteer at Firewall and to help the other students with homework. And this year she was offered the position of being the academic director for Davis Center that has right now 50 students.
I really love working with these kids, and because of Firewall, the opportunity that I have, I kind of realized that I want to be a teacher, that eventually I want to be a social worker, and I am now at FAU working on my bachelor's in sociology. Coming from not understanding English, from not understanding the system, from not being familiar with the culture, to reaching to where I've reached, and them seeing that is an example to them, and that's something that I always try to show these kids, because if I can do it, they can definitely do it.
Oh, my grades were horrific. I was completely flunking a bunch of classes. I didn't go to half of my classes. You look at my attendance, I was absent more than I was there, and my targets were just ridiculous. And my most worst part was behavioral problems. I would always get into fights and I would always argue with the teacher. I would bring that same behavior from school to my house, and it would just create this tense environment around my whole family.
He didn't want to listen. He did not want to go to his classes. He was into a lot of trouble, and his grades were very low. He was going downhill.
When Firewall came into my life, I saw it as a position for me to do homework properly. And once Firewall, I started attending Firewall, I felt at peace, and I actually started getting involved, and I started doing my homework, and it's this place of peace where I can actually do what I want to do, and they helped me get back on track and actually organize my life.
And little by little, he started getting better. He started maturing, he started growing, his life just started changing for the better. I
literally went from a DC average student to a straight A student, 4.0 across. 2 years ago, before I joined Firewall, I wasn't even planning to go to college, and now I'm taking 4 high school classes and I'm taking 3 college classes. I'm 3/4 of a full-time college student. So my life has changed completely because of Firewall, something I would have never expected, and it's just amazing. I just needed that push for somebody just to push to believe in me that I could do a lot of things more than I was doing.
We're just very glad that he is where he is now, and that Firewall has been a part of that blessing to the family.
It's amazing. I mean, they look at me and they're so proud of me. When I go home now, it's just so much peace, and every time my mom goes with her friends, she's always like, "Oh, I'm so proud of my son. He's going to college," and it just gives this peace in my heart. It makes me feel very, very good.
We knew he could do it. We knew that he was capable, but he's where he is right now because of Firewall.
It's a team effort. When you get the teachers, you get Firewall, you get the parents working together, there's gotta be success, but everybody's gotta be in there, so we're very, very thankful for you guys.
I mean, throughout my high school career, people just look at me, Abner getting straight A's, and they wow, he's changing, and it's just amazing.